Imagine a remote village where the cold winter rain brings something more than just a chill. What if it brings a ghost? A haunting that stalks the local post office, and a secret that just refuses to stay buried. So, let's meet our main character, Suraj. He's a new postman just looking for a quiet life, and he gets transferred to this super isolated, kinda eerie village called Ratanpur. He's thinking, hey, fresh start, but some places have a way of holding on to their past. Because this isn't just some sleepy little village. See, underneath it all, Ratanpur is hiding this dark secret, a ghost story that everybody, and I mean everybody, from the old folks to the little kids, absolutely believes is real. And right at the very heart of this whole thing is a letter with no address, one that seems to know your deepest, most hidden secrets. So let me ask you, if a letter like that showed up, one that knew your biggest fears, would you actually have the guts to open it?
All right, so let's jump right in and see how our guy Suraj, who's all about logic and reason, handles it when he comes face to face with the village's deep, unsettling fear.
The moment he arrives, he gets hit with these bizarre warnings from the village elder, Ramlal Kaka. It's basically a list of don'ts. Don't stay late, definitely don't mess with letters that have no address, and oh yeah, watch out for the phantom postman. Now, to a city guy like Suraj, this just sounds like crazy old folktales, right?
And right here, this is the central conflict of the whole story, laid out plain and simple. On one side, you've got the villagers and their absolute belief in this phantom. And on the other, you have Suraj, the modern skeptic. To him, a ghost is just an excuse to be lazy. And a creepy letter, it's just paper. So Suraj pretty much just laughs off all these warnings. He's convinced it's all a bunch of nonsense. But the thing is, the stories don't just stop with the old elder. They start coming from everywhere, whispering from every dark corner of the village. And they don't just call it a ghost, they have a very specific name for it, a chalawa. The word itself means deception or illusion. So we're not talking about a simple spirit here. This is a shape-shifting trickster, something evil that rides in on the cold wind, looking human, but hiding these chilling red eyes. And the warnings just get more specific and way more terrifying. Kamalu, the cleaner, tells him about a guy named Mohan Chacha, who opened one of those letters and was found dead the next day, with this awful, unnatural smile frozen on his face. Then a young girl, Maya, tells him basically the exact same story about her cousin. Two different people, same story, same horrible ending. It's almost too perfect to just be a coincidence. Okay, so up until now, this whole ghost thing has been about other people, right? It's been a vague threat. But this is the moment the story takes a hard left turn, and the haunting gets deeply, terrifyingly personal for Suraj. He's annoyed, he's tired, he's just looking for a place to crash among these huge piles of old mail. And that's when his eye catches it. One single letter, sitting all by itself, almost like it was waiting for him. He ignores every single warning he's been given and tears it open, and the words he reads inside, well, they completely shatter his world. The letter talks about his mother, and it reveals a secret from his past, a secret he was sure nobody else on Earth could ever know. The supernatural just reached out and hit him right where he's most vulnerable. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How? How could a letter in some forgotten post office in the middle of nowhere know a secret from his childhood that he has never told a living soul? In that one instant, all his skepticism just vanishes, replaced by this pure, cold dread. So yeah, panic mode. His entire rational worldview has just been blown to pieces. Terrified, he grabs Kamalu and runs to the one person he thinks might have some answers, Ramlal Kaka.
And Ramlal Kaka tells him something absolutely chilling. He says there's only one way out of this now, that the Chulawa has marked him. You can't run, you have to go to the old peepal tree, stand in the cold rain, and face this thing head on.
So he goes, he's waiting there in the downpour, and then he hears it, footsteps squelching in the mud. And suddenly the phantom postman is right there, appearing on his cycle just behind him, making the air even colder. And that's when the ghost speaks, revealing its name is Hariya, and it's here for revenge. So it turns out, this isn't some random evil monster. It's the spirit of a man who suffered this horrible, profound injustice. Hariya was falsely accused of a crime, the whole village condemned him without any kind of trial, and then they tied him up and left him to die a slow, awful death in a well. His haunting isn't born from evil, it's born from pain and betrayal. And just like that, the story completely changes. It stops being a straight-up horror story and becomes this deep, heartbreaking tragedy. Suraj, finally understanding the ghost's unimaginable pain, offers the only thing he possibly can, a chance at redemption. He makes a deal with the spirit. He promises he'll go back and tell the villagers the truth about what their ancestors did. He'll clear Hariya's name and finally deliver the justice that he was so brutally denied when he was alive. Hariya agrees, but his forgiveness comes with a condition. He leaves Suraj and the entire village with this chilling warning. I'll forgive you for now. But if an injustice like what happened to me ever happens here again, I will be back. The immediate terror is gone. The next day, the village actually feels lighter. But the story doesn't give us a nice, neat, happy ending. It closes on this one deeply ambiguous and really unsettling line. The cycle was not over yet. And that leaves us with this final, haunting thought. Sure, justice was promised. But can a wrong that deep ever really be made right just by telling a story? Or is the ghost of the past, the spirit of that injustice, always just waiting in the shadows for the next cold rain to fall?